Hey there, baseball fans. Nathan Rohde and Shooter Hunt here with the latest episode of Coffee and Curveballs. Shooter, the summer is behind us. We are past Labor Day, so the fall season is now upon us.
Yeah, Rody, I've been getting texts and calls from college coaches. Who do we need to go see? We'll be talking about some of those guys in today's show, and you and I will be meeting up in Indy for the fall championships.
Yes, we will. So it's first weekend that coaches can get back out on the road. And so we've got some guys for them to watch as well as some draft prospects. So let's start there with the 2020s. There's a couple of names that I'm certainly going to be following this fall. Names that I'm familiar with, or a name that I'm familiar with, plus one that will be new to me once I see him. But the first one is Max Wagner, and you and I have been talking about him recently. He was a huge standout for us at the Future Games last year. Wasn't really on that national circuit this summer, wasn't on the area code team, wasn't in the PDP league, but you and I are both saying to each other, like, this guy belongs in that conversation. Really good defender at third, but he's really known for that right-handed stick that he's got.
Yeah, he's a gamer. Clemson recruit, just wins. And I thought he was kind of under that radar, wasn't with those bigger teams, but still had a great summer. Really swung the bat well for his GRB team. So I'm pumped to see him again.
Yeah, we'll see him this weekend at Grand Park for the fall championships. The other event that I'm going to this fall as of right now is the Florida Diamond Club Showcase in Florida. Obviously, bringing together all the top Florida guys, few underclassmen sprinkled in, and I believe they'll have some players from Puerto Rico as well. But a name that I'll be looking out for there, I don't know if he's there yet, rosters aren't out, but I assume he will be because pretty much everybody from Florida shows up to this event because it's a good one. But it's a Wake Forest commit in Brock Wilken. He's a guy, I hear good things from him about Doug Freeman, and the sense that we're getting is Wake Forest is already pretty worried about whether he's going to make it to campus because it's the kind of bat that scouts fall in love with. Big, strong, right-handed kid with power. So definitely a guy that I have my eye on to see.
Yeah, and there's no bigger state for draft talent than the state of Florida.
Well, California might argue that, but yes, you're right. Florida definitely pretty big when it comes to draft talent. So, but moving on to some underclassmen, starting with the 21s. We just updated those rankings, by the way, so be sure to check out prepbaseballreport.com for the new top list there. But Shooter, who are some guys that are uncommitted in that 21 class that coaches should be following this fall?
Well, right off the bat, another future game standout, Brody Green out of the state of Oklahoma. He's 6'4", about 185 pounds, third baseman, can really swing it from the right side. I love the way that the frame projects, in control of his movement patterns, even with those long levers. A lot more are going to come from him, especially in the power category. And then also Trent Reddick, a right-handed pitcher, also shortstop out of Georgia. Was great for us at Lake Point throughout the summer at 87 to 88 on the mound with a quick arm. I think there's much more in the tank. He's about 6 foot, only 155 or 160 pounds right now. He could make a big jump throughout the spring or throughout the fall.
Excellent. And then in 22 class, you've got a former two-sport guy, Devin Taylor out of Ohio, not playing football this fall, it sounds like. And then also out of Texas, Jason Jones, who we saw at the area code games and was a pretty big standout.
Yeah, Devin Taylor has some serious juice from the left side. Just at 22, he was at the Future Games putting on a show in batting practice, launching balls over the light poles. But he's a guy that I'm going to be trying to follow throughout the fall and then on in the spring. It's a sweet left-handed stroke, thing of beauty. And then Jason Jones, physical, 6'2", 185-pound third baseman, can get behind the dish a little bit. But like you said, we saw him at the underclass area coach, right-handed hitter. I think there's going to be big power in the bat. It's raw bat speed right now at the plate. Can also stick on the left side at third base potentially, but the stick's going to play.
Excellent. And then we're going to look at one name from the 2023 class. Who is a guy that we should be following this fall because come springtime, he may be a household name pretty early on?
Well, you're talking about a shortstop in Kai Caranto, who I saw early in the summer in June, and it's just so polished. For a kid that age, he hadn't even stepped foot into high school yet, but looked like he could compete for a starting role, even at Harvard Westlake, where he'll be attending.
Shockingly.
But it's Sears Field for the barrel, all fields. At shortstop, I say it again and again, Les Lukács, he looks like a SoCal shortstop. But he's going to be a player in that 23 class to know.
Excellent. Well, there you have it. Some names to follow for this fall season. So be sure to follow us. I'm Nathan Rohde. He's Shooter Hunt on Twitter as we run around the country for the fall season and head into what we call the off season, even though it really isn't an off season anymore. But thanks for joining us today. And as always, for Shooter Hunt, I'm Nathan Rohde. This was Coffee and Curveballs. And until next time, we'll see you guys at the ballpark.